Hey everyone, welcome back. This is going to be a little different. I figured since it's the end of the year, the awful year of 2020, I figured what better way to end the year than just taking you through my state of the collection. Everyone does it. I did it in 2019. My collection's grown a lot since then, so I'm not going to do too much of a deep dive, but I just want to show you the full collection, what's come in this year, and also 2 or 3 pieces that have left this year. So first up, we have the watch I most recently made a video for. It's the John Mayer G-Shock. It's the 6900 reference that he made to look like his Casio keyboard. Check out the most recent video if you want to deep dive into it, but I still love it. I think it's a really cool collector's piece, and for the foreseeable future, this watch is not going to be leaving my collection. Staying in that same lane, I reviewed this one also last year, but it's the G-Shock 7900 Rescue. This was my first G-Shock. I still love this one. This one's going to definitely lose some wrist time to the John Mayer, so maybe won't stay in my collection for the whole year, but as of now, I love it. It's sticking around, and I definitely recommend people who maybe don't want to spend, $180 like the John Mayer one, grab one of these. Also, there's going to be a pattern here. The first few I do are all from last year's state of the collection because they're still in the collection. So this one also, this is the Sistem 51 that Hodinkee also did. It's the Vintage 84, still in the collection. Don't really wear this one. This one I kind of just bought thinking that it would become a collector's piece at some point. They've made a bunch more since, so I don't know how collector-y it's going to be since now they're flooding the market with all these different types, which I believe was a lot of people's thoughts with also the John Mayer one, but I like it still. I'm going to hold on to it, and yep, staying in the collection. Next up is the Bulova Lunar Pilot. This one, actually, I think I might get rid of this year. I would like to add a Speedmaster to my collection, and I know this would lose a lot of wrist time to that. So this is definitely on the chopping block at the moment. I'll probably sell it at some point in the near future. So if you're interested, comment below, and maybe I'll just pass it over to you. But yeah, I don't think this one's going to be staying in the collection much longer. I love it. It's a great watch. I just know that it's definitely going to lose wrist time if and hopefully when I get my Speedmaster. This next one is still the pride and joy of my collection. It's the Rolex Explorer 214-270 Mark I, the non-illuminated 3, 6, and 9 hands. This one is 100% staying in my collection forever, most likely. Got married in this watch. Definitely going to keep it, hopefully forever. I love it. I wear it almost every day for at least a part of the day because I love it so much, and 100% staying in the collection. This next one is my little digital Casio. It's the A168W-1. I honestly own this watch just to keep it in my large watch collection box. That way, if a watch stops running or I need to change the time on it, that's kind of like my little digital clock that stays in it. So yeah, this will stick around. It was I think like 20 bucks. It's nothing special to me, but it's honestly my most useful watch because it serves that purpose of helping me keep the time in my watch box. Next up is the original Invicta Pro Diver, the 8928. This watch, I don't really need it. I don't really wear it, but it's sticking around for the time being. I don't know what else to do with it. It doesn't really get any wrist time, but I don't think there's a point in selling it, so maybe I'll just give it away. But segue from that into one of the watches I did get rid of this year was the Invicta Pro Diver 31290, which was that watch everyone was looking for a period of time. I gave it away on this channel. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was very average to me. I thought it looked great, but it didn't really fit up any role in my collection. I know some people really whined at me that I was a biased person saying I didn't love it, but I don't get paid by Invicta, so that's not a biased opinion. I rate everything fairly. I didn't love the watch, so I gave it away to someone, and I hope they're loving it. But yeah, that watch really did nothing for me, so I got rid of it. Next up is the first mechanical watch I ever bought. This is the Seiko SKX007k. This one's definitely sticking around. I don't wear it a ton, but it's sentimental to me. It was the first watch that really kind of grabbed me into the mechanical watch world, and then I feel like I even kind of bought it before the whole, urban gentry craze of everyone wanting to buy an SKX. So, especially now that they don't really make them anymore, I'm definitely going to hold on to it. It doesn't get worn a lot, but it's important to me, and maybe at some point I'll fall back in love with it and start wearing it again, but it's definitely going to stay in the collection. Next is the Timex Weekender. This watch, I don't really wear. I don't necessarily think selling it will work because it's not expensive, but I don't know if it'll stay in the collection much longer. I might just give this one away too. I don't hate it, but it doesn't, it's not mechanical. It doesn't really hold too much of a purpose to me wearing it. I kept it because it's blue, and if I want to wear something that blue looks good with, it's fun to have in the box. But now I also have the blue face Datejust that you'll see a little later on from Pagani. But I'll probably get rid of this at some point in the next year, but it's sticking around for now. Staying in the Timex family, this one is the Timex Q, the Pepsi, the original blue and red one. They've made a lot of these now, so I'm definitely going to hold on to this because I feel like it's kind of cool that I have one of the more original blue and red ones from the reissue, not the original, but they make these in all sorts of crazy colors now. I haven't really looked into getting any of those, but I do love this watch. It's finally stopped pulling all the hair out of my arm, which is one of the issues with the band, but I love it, and it's definitely going to stick around for at least the next year, I'm assuming, because I think it's a great watch and it looks really cool. The next little section here, I'll do all in one little blast. These are all the Paganis I've added this year. First up is the newest one, which was this gold and blue sub. I showed that it was the first watch that arrived to me pretty much broken, but I spoke to them. They're going to be sending me a new band, so I'll update all of you when that finally shows up. But this is definitely going to stick around. It's a cool watch, and hopefully when the band comes and it looks great, I'll wear it more. I also have this gemstone-like Daytona looking like the Rolex. I wear this one a lot. I think it's really cool, and in the right light, it kind of pops. The stones aren't really the most vibrant or brilliant looking, but I think this is a really cool watch, and the skeleton face definitely makes me still love it a lot. And then I have the Datejust, which is a nice, standard blue face Datejust. I love it. This watch I also wear a lot. This was one of the first, the first Pagani I got, and really made me fall in love with them as a brand. Everything about this watch just screams quality to me. I love the bracelets. I love that they had the little diver extension. They're not the most rugged feeling, but they feel a lot sturdier than a lot of the cheaper watches I own. And all three of these are definitely sticking around. I love all three of them. Next is the Urban Undone Tropical Dial. I love this watch. I had been lusting over one for a year or two, so I was happy I finally pulled the trigger. This one's definitely sticking around. I try to wear this one all the time also because I think it looks really cool. I love the quality of the leather band that came on it, and I just think it's a really kind of rugged, cool-looking chronograph, and the aged face I don't think looks too fake, and it's grown on me more and more every day I've had it. So strong recommend, and I love this, and it's sticking around. I'll do these two together also. These are my newest dress type watches that I both reviewed on leather straps. It's the Ossna and the Lobinni Interlaken. These two would definitely stick around. I think they're cool. They were fairly cheap. They both look fancier than they are. The functions don't really do much besides just keep the time, but I do love these both for their looks, and if I need a leather strapped dressy looking watch, I'll definitely grab one of these two. They'll stick around for the time being, but I definitely like them, and they were worth the around $100 price I paid for both of them. The last watch in my collection here I saved for last because even though it was definitely the cheapest, I think it might be my favorite, and it's the LGXIGE Aquanaut. The Aquanaut is my grail watch. I want one so badly, and when I saw this I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. It's cheap, how bad could it be? And I love the bracelet. I love this watch. It is not mechanical, but I wear this all the time. I wear it golfing because it's so comfortable. The rubber strap is great for sweat and cleaning, and it's also not mechanical, so I'm not really afraid of swinging and beating the hell out of it. But I wear this watch all the time, and I didn't think I would love it nearly as much as I do, but this I can't stop wearing. I strongly recommend if you could find one of these on AliExpress. It's great. 100% recommend. Love it. Definitely staying in the collection. Other than that, the only other watch that's left that I haven't already addressed was the Invictus Speedway that I had bought. I really got it just to kind of compare it to their other watches because I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about their chronograph type watches, and I wanted to see how it worked, and it really didn't do much for me, and I also think that it was somewhat broken when I got it. I don't totally remember it, but I think I actually sent it back shortly after receiving it. But yeah, that left almost as soon as I got it, so not in the collection anymore. The only other thing I want to address is this metal briefcase watch storage box that I bought, and I am truly in love with it. It came with all of the watch pillows inside of it. It holds 32 watches, and it wasn't expensive. I think it was around $100. I'll try to find it and I'll link it at the bottom. Here's a photo of it. But I think this is one of the best purchases I made all year, because I was looking for something to store everything I owned, and all the boxes I found that were this big were kind of incredibly expensive, or I didn't really like. And then I saw this, and it even has a key so you can lock it if you wanted to keep it safe. I'm in love with this thing. I keep it under my desk, and everything I own stays in it, including my Rolex and everything else. So I strongly recommend this watch box, and I think you guys would love it. So that's it. I hope everyone enjoyed this. I should hopefully have some new watches coming soon for the new year. But I just wanted to update you guys on all this that I currently own and what I got rid of. So I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully this wasn't too long and bored you, but I hope everyone has a happy holidays and a great New Year's, and I'll see you guys next time.